Well, greetings, greetings, everyone. You are alive. You are alive with Joan of Angels. We are here in the Desert Heart Sanctuary where I paint angels, paint divine beings, and share their messages. And today we are going to talk about how to claim your personal power, enhance your brilliance, really step into your birthright. So I'm going to be very, very happy to see each and every one of you. I'm checking out not just my YouTube today, all of you on YouTube, all of you on Facebook, EWN, and Instagram. So today is an experiment. Listen, we must claim our power. If we don't experiment, if we don't allow ourselves the freedom to try new things, then where are we? We're not going to be able to manifest that which we came here to do. And I have news for all of you. All right, today is June 14th. Well, what does that mean? June 14th is a day, 6, 7, and 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is a day to really start to be honest with ourselves. How have you managed, my friends, with the pandemic? How have you managed with the initiations, with the claiming and calling you into being who you are and being your best self ever? And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. I see some of my old friends. It's so good to see you. Wow, and then wow, some more. I feel really honored to be able to do this show every week. I've been doing Miracle Mondays or the Miracle Makers Club. I've been doing something on Mondays for several years now, and it's probably the most fun I have because by doing this show, I raise my own frequency to the vibration of miracles. I get to, when you teach, you learn. So the beauty is that I get to see the big picture every week, and I get to work with all of my friends, and I'm just so happy to see you all. So, it says I'm from Texas. It is so good to see you, Ms. Empress Marina. So I have a niece named Marina. And so, Madam Empress, welcome from Texas. We're really happy to see you. We have so many friends on here, friends and some friends we haven't seen for a while. Hello to New York City, right over here. And here we go over here with Pennsylvania. And I'm coming to you live from Coachella Valley. So if you are new to me, I'm going to ask you to subscribe, like, and share with your tribe. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, like it and share. The trend is these days to really grow the YouTube. And I want this month, guys, I actually grew my YouTube channel by 78 new subscribers. So I'm really excited. It's actually very, very excited. And I'm excited to be doing this on Instagram as well. And so you can find me at joanofangels.com. You can also find me on the YouTube channel, of which I think I posted it already. I'm very proud of the YouTube channel. It has something like 256 different videos, all done, or most of them done by myself. And in the beginning, I just was told by my guides, just do it every week. Get used to it. Get yourself into a more powerful position. And what do we mean by powerful position? What we mean, guys, is, and this is for each of us, to position ourselves in a way to do more with less effort, with grace and ease, to unfold that which we came here to do. And recently I've been using the term that instead of fighting to go upstream, we allow the river to take us downstream, where it's so much easier. It's with grace and ease. So we're going to start tonight. I'm just so happy to see some of my old friends and my new friends. And it makes me feel really good. And some of you have walked on a big path with me. So here's an interesting comment. Surviving 3D people as best as I can. I saw a beautiful thing on Facebook today. I think it was Facebook. I tried to copy it. Okay, it's a little awkward. Give me a second, making sure I get this. See, I'm just going to be calm as a cucumber. You wouldn't even know that I was distressed. So anyway, one of the things that I've seen on Facebook talked about how far we have come personally since the pandemic. And guys, I'm trained as a chiropractor. Probably most of you don't know that. I'm also trained as a therapist. I have a master's in counseling, and I'm trained as a oracle. So the oracle is the only one I didn't go to school for, and that came direct from Spirit when they explained to me that I was here to teach people how to claim their destiny, remember who they are, claim their destiny, and step into that power field of which we're talking about today. So let's clear the air for a minute. And oh yes, when I turn around to get my bowl, who do I see but my co-host, Avon. So my son told me he likes Avon. He thinks it's pretty cool. His mom gets up there with an extraterrestrial co-host. How many kids have a mom that's an extraterrestrial co-host? All right. So this is Avon. He is our extraterrestrial friend, and he shares guidance with people. And some of you may even feel him, even those of you who are in Texas and who are dealing with the 3D people. So let's all come together, because I really see these shows as a chance to be a bit of a gathering. And it's a chance to really claim power centers all around the globe. So if you are from, yes, okay, Joe, Beth, Denise, Everett. So I was saying, when you come into the sanctuary and a painting starts to talk to you, the painting calls you. Joe Beth, you probably have a divine appointment with us to wake up and to remember more about who you are and why you're here. And let's just see why you need to be watching. Okay, well, I have a few reasons for you. I think the information we're going to share is going to be very helpful. So everyone, let's just get started. I'm just so happy to see all of you. I feel so grateful, like that you could do all sorts of things and you're here. Okay, and so I want to continue my thread. The changes and transformations that we have gone through with this global initiation that, let's be frank, it hasn't been the easiest of times for anyone. This global pandemic, this global initiation has forced many people to reevaluate who they are, why they're here, what's important, and even our values. And so when we say something like this, like the 3D people, okay, I'm still hanging in there. I'm surviving 3D people as best as I can. And that's on our YouTube channel, Ray, if you are over there as well. And so when we survive 3D people, okay, we are higher frequency beings. We have the potential to be 10th, 12th, 14th dimensional and beyond beings if we learn how to claim that. Now, claiming that requires allowing a part of your mind to open up to greater possibilities. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I am ready. Yes, I am open to mastery or transforming my life. But so thinking about what changes you have gone through personally over the last few months. I have friends that have moved. I have friends that have gotten sick, and that I have friends that will no longer talk to me. I have new friends that adore me. I have new clients because I'm reaching out in a new way, because I feel that it is important for all of us to not just hang in there, not just survive, but to get those tools and those personal touches of where we go, of where we can step into higher power. So if we are just surviving, we are in that lower frequency of in power versus force. Okay, they talk about how high your frequency is. And he says that 200 is courage. So, but before you get to courage, which is a turning point, you're dealing with letting go of fear, of worry, of the 3D world. This 3D world has been designed to distract you. And doesn't it do a great job? Because there are days where people are so distracted they forget that they're an angelic higher power being capable of more than just surviving. Okay? Capable of having the life that you claim, the life that you know that you're here for. And that is the kind of work that I do. I've been doing this work since when? So I started it naturally in 1998 when I lost everything. And I felt disempowered. Okay. I had been a very successful chiropractor, and for several reasons, one being a bad relationship, another being my health and injuries to my body, I was no longer able to practice, and I lost everything. And I became ashamed. So one day, I'm this very powerful, successful chiropractor making over 6 figures, running one of the largest female practices in the country. And the next day, I felt disempowered, disenfranchised, kind of like what people have been expressing, feeling these days, when it's almost like we're not even in charge of our own health or our own face, whether we wear a mask or we don't. So I want to congratulate each and every one of you, okay, for getting through 15 months of what technically is almost pure challenge. Okay, I don't want to use the word pure misery because it really wasn't. There are many moments of passion, excitement, happiness, and joy. On the same time, there were many moments watching the planet be destroyed, towns and cities or people. And then many moments of watching people start to learn how to claim their health back. All right. So all of that is included in our discussion today. So if you have any questions, go on down. If you're new, just let us know where you're from. And again, one of the reasons, and I know there's a Long Beach here too, one of the reasons is so that we can energetically stake our claim around this planet. All right, guys. And you're just in time. Tracy, take a deep breath, everyone. And let it all out. And then again, take a deep breath in and let it all out. Allowing the sound, the vibrational sound, to shift your energy, to bring what I like to call your antenna back into balance, and to help us just settle in. Good. Mother, Father, God, we ask just now that we be filled, surrounded, and protected with the light, that this light infuse our body so strongly that it clears out all negativity. It clears out all soul contracts that are not for our highest good. It clears out all people that lower our frequency and our vibration. It clears out any fear that we won't be okay, fear that we won't get through this, fear that is so stirred when people have divergent opinions, black and white, and ne'er the twain shall meet. Okay, so we ask right now that with the presence of our guides, our angels, our departed loved ones, we ask for the presence of those divine beings that have been with each and every one of you since the beginning of time, and me, and allow them to spread allow them to gather and understand that you are here not just with yourself, Jo Beth, but with all of your guides and your spiritual team, so that we are a grand collective. We are a grand collective with a divine appointment to help to raise our own frequency and claim our power. And so it is. So I pulled a card tonight for the collective. So sometimes I don't have a chance to read for everyone on the show, but I do have an opportunity right now to give you the lay of the land. And the card I pulled for us as a collective, I'm in a control center. I try to set up everything I need, but this is the first time I was able to get my phone set up for Instagram. All right. Let's see. Where did I get him? I'm thinking, Marlene, I'm going to answer that in a few minutes. Okay, so the Trust Walk is the card I pulled, the Nine of Swords, and it's the Tarot of Transformation. So what did I say? I said that we are in a transforming period. And this transforming period is one that we have been trained for. We have literally come in this lifetime for what is about to happen next. Okay, for the lessons that you have learned and the wisdom that each of you have learned over the last 15 months are going to determine where you go at this point. So Trust Walk, I love the card. It seems so appropriate. The labyrinth is a good image for this card. It's a geometric pattern, okay? When you walk the labyrinth, if you've walked a labyrinth, you walk in both directions. You walk, you walked one direction. One of you could tell me. You walk one direction into the inside. I'm thinking it's counterclockwise. And then you walk from the inside all the way around. And while you are doing that, you have a chance to meditate on your purpose, on your journey, on your life. Okay? You get a chance to look at all the synchronicities that may be happening for you. And that is what I'm asking you to do. We raise our personal power by understanding the growth that we have achieved, the new insights that we're getting, especially with Jupiter going direct and being in many of our charts right now. The energy is for success. The energy is for expansion, new wisdom, new knowledge. So whatever you set in motion is what is coming to pass. And so the Trust Walk means to believe in yourself. So I started to share with you when I lost everything, I lost all belief in myself. I had been an amazing chiropractor. I could not go back to chiropractic. Okay. I was terrified that somehow people wouldn't respect me anymore. I didn't respect myself. So where does personal power come from? And get this, just because you lost faith in yourself yesterday does not mean that you're going to lose faith today. When we claim our personal power, it's like turning up that switch. And those of you who have been on my shows before know that I call it the discernment scale. The discernment scale, where there's a horizontal line, and on the left is a 0 and on the right is 10. Okay, so if you can imagine, we go up layers, we go up to courage, confidence. Okay, we leave behind fear and worry and illness, and we move up on our scale. And if we want to be more of who we are, if we want to claim more light, then we turn up that switch to allow it in. We turn up that switch and we surround ourselves with power. Power not to go beat up someone or to be power over someone, This is mystical, universal power. This is the power that when we trust in the divine, and we trust and we know that God is with us, Source is with us in all we do. Our guides, our angels, our spiritual team are part of this package that we came in with. You are not alone. You are here with a team that is waiting for you to say yes. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready to turn up my light. So looking at yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being you're turned on and turned up, how ready are you? Let's start with claiming your personal power on a scale of 1 to 10. All right. How ready are you? On a scale of 1 to 10. I got it backwards, Tina Marie says. So for all of you on Instagram, you go clockwise and then on the labyrinth and then counterclockwise. Okay, and I appreciate that. So happening to us now, this is the grand awakening. This is the personal power. So we're going to trust that we came here for just those reasons that we have always known. When I was 30, I was given a vision that I was here to heal and inspire millions of people. I'm working it. 42 years ago, I was given this vision. And for 42 years, first and foremost in my consciousness is how can I do more to serve? Except when two things happen. My personal power is turned off. So when your personal power is down this way, off, it's very hard to live that soul vision. So that is what we are doing. We are looking at how do we turn up that switch now. So let me look and see where people's personal power is, okay? I'm waiting to see where you're at on a scale of 1 to 10. My Instagram friends are doing it just perfectly. We have a 10, a 10, a 7. Good. It really helps when we engage because I was a hands-on chiropractor. I was a hands-on therapist. Everything I did was hands-on. So I feel like I want to touch you. I feel like I want to touch your heart in some way, shape, or form. All right, so how do we increase our personal power? Number one, we do that switch thing. That discernment switch, we turn it up to a 10. Number two, we set our body so that we work to align our body, mind, and spirit. Yes. So when we turn up that power, and now our body says yes, because nothing is more awful than get all ready to launch your dream, and then you fall flat on your face and you injure your body. Okay. And now, instead of doing that amazing thing that you've set up your intentions to do, you are dealing with that 3D distraction, whether it's your health, your finances, or your life. Okay. So going back to when we raise our power, and here's a beautiful comment from Robin, and our power will blow all of our minds what we can do and will do. Now, one of the things, besides believing in ourselves, that trust walk, one of the things, okay, and Tracy, it's so good that you shared that because you have the most to grow, okay, and I'm going to teach you a little thing that we can do, all right, but one of the beauties of sharing this is that we learn how powerful our minds can be. When your intention is at a 10, when you hold that energy of a 10, you will find that whatever you are envisioning happens just like that. Every day I get a phone call or something, and it was someone that I was thinking of the other day. And Robin, I was thinking of you today. So, and my friend Kay reached out to me before, and I was thinking of Kay. So the manifestation of power is that more good things happen to us. So if we're in an environment that when we tune into our environment, we get to see how it's supporting us. Okay, so is our environment supporting us? Yes or no? Really important to know is does where I live nurture me, support me, so that when I do my work, I can be a 10. I can claim that power. Okay? And if my home doesn't support me, what do I have to do to make it better? What do I have to do to improve it? So back in November, I had quite a lot happening in November. I had major dental work, and that was a serious upgrade, along with energies in the house, let's just put it this way, that were not clear. And so I had Dr. Sharon come over. She did a house clearing for me, and I went outside when she left. It was the full moon, and I said, I want a body, mind, and spirit that will take me around the world. And I looked up, and there was a shooting star. So I set in motion this mantra of clearing my energy, clearing the house, so I can go around the world, whether it's on Zoom or in my physical body, sharing this wisdom. And soon, I live in Desert Heart Springs, and I live in a very interesting home. And the house was falling apart. It was falling apart faster than I could put it together. And I had a huge insight about it. And I started to channel the house. And the house literally said to me, if you would do your work in the house, if you would re-clear the house with sage and house blessings, if you turn up that power and clear out the negativity here and the lower frequencies, you will be able to think. And once you're able to think, new wisdom will come through about what needs to be done. Now, meanwhile, the house is falling apart faster than I could build it or, make innovations to it. And so beginning in November, I got promptings from Spirit after I cleared the energy that I needed to start bringing in new furniture and moving things around, moving this big heavy armoire that was blocking energy at the front door, moving it to the living room, and painting furniture. And my guides kept saying the following: the more you clear the frequency, Joan, the more you raise that frequency where you are, not moving anywhere, but where you are, the happier you're going to be, the more successful your work is going to be. So literally, it was all about taking your energy, raising it, and making sure that everything around you fed back that energy to you. And so slowly but surely, the house started to grow inside and became more beautiful. And the things that fell apart became less. I'm telling you, the house actually had spoken to me. And the house had this thing where it would say, aha, I got you, Joan, and I'm going to deteriorate faster than you can bring the light in. So what did I do? I turned up my light to a 10. I turned up that switch. I closed my eyes. I envisioned all the things that have been holding me down. Okay, all the things that tied me down. Boom, boom, boom. Archangel Michael's sword, overtime, working. My own wands, overtime, working. Selenite wands, okay, angelic frequencies working, cutting through anything, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you, people places, or things, or furniture, or clothing. So then I started looking at my clothing. Okay, well, of course, 120 here, I think. Maybe I'm exaggerating by 5 degrees, very hot. I started looking at my clothing, and I started realizing I had been so involved in working that I didn't see the threads on my purse that was actually almost brand new a few months ago. I haven't even gone many places. I don't even know how there would be threads on it. I never thought to look. But then I started to look at clothing. What hasn't stood the test of time? And out they went. And before you know it, happy closet, happy house, personal power beginning to return by clearing away what doesn't serve. Does that make sense? Okay? So we have a comment here that's beautiful. I had an opportunity and experience with my house when she was absolutely sentient too. A couple of years ago on my birthday, yes, houses are sentient. And when you clear the lower energies in your house and you open up the portals to bring in amazing house blessings and miracles in the house, and you walk around the house, and I walk around with the spray bottle, and you go to each section of the room and thank that section of the room. Believe it or not, that section of the room will tell you exactly what needs to be done. You'll hear a little voice, or maybe it'll be just a thought, okay? And it might say, move the plant. It needs a plant over here. Where's the plant? And then you go, oh yeah, that plant wants to come over here. Or suddenly you'll look and you go, oh my God, this piece of furniture is too much for this area. And before you know it, you're pushing it somewhere else, and then you're making furniture. Okay. So if you are feeling like you're a 4 in your personal power, then know that it's time to claim it. And all things are sentient. And by the way, I think it's time for me to do a little promo for my up and coming 420 show. For those of you who don't know, my guest on Wednesday is a shaman, and that's what that comment reminded me of. It is a shaman that uses cannabis to open and expand his consciousness so he could talk to all sentient beings. So he talks to the water, the rivers, the oceans, the rocks, the insects, the birds, the mammals, the dogs, the cats, the fishies, the trees, the clouds. They all respond to him. So 420 Spiritual Living is on Wednesdays, 4:20 California time, which is 7:20 East Coast time, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. London time. So I do forgive you if you're not here from London. All right. So here's a little preview about the show. stop. I get so excited and so carried away. I did that video myself. And so again, claim your personal power. 2 months ago, I'd really never done videos. I have iMovie on my phone and on my computer. And I started trimming up videos, and then I started cutting them. And then last week I went, well, we need a 420 promo video. So everyone wants to hop on my 420 show, right? And so I realized I had all that art and I put it into the iMovie. So again, I am claiming my work. I'm claiming my power. I'm claiming my ability to reach you. I'm claiming my desire to connect with each and every one of you. So our guest this Wednesday is going to be talking about all things expanding your consciousness, going beyond the veil with plant medicine. And we were going to be doing more shows with plant medicine, and the plant medicine meaning that, okay, this is timely and appreciative, yes, and the plant medicine allowing us access to physical healing and spiritual and mental well-being. And we're going to be talking about addiction and recovery in plant medicine as well, and look towards some conferences, new conferences that are coming up. All right. So what is 420? That's a great question. 420, Lori, stands for, it's a code word for cannabis, marijuana. It was started, believe it or not, in the 90s, I think, up in Marin County, where I'm from, and one of the local high schools. I think it was our high school, actually, a few years before my kids came. But 420 was when the kids would meet after school and smoke marijuana. So they said, 420, ciao, ciao. Let's all meet up at 420 and smoke marijuana. So 420 symbolically stands for coming together in a collective and in a gathering. Okay, so hope that answers that. And yes, Joe Beth, well, perhaps that's another reason why you're here. And I love connecting with the rocks and the mountains and the trees. And what I have noticed is that as I have turned up my light, I see more. And I'll be driving down, because here in the Coachella Valley, it's a lot of rock. But I'll be driving down and I'll be looking at the road, and there I'll see some amazing being in the mountain that I never saw before, or rock. So we're going to be talking all about that on Wednesday. So I hope you come, guys. All right. And Joe Beth had that, and here you are, that I'm standing on a stage speaking to huge crowds. Yes, Spirit gives all of us messages as to what our mission and purpose is, okay? We all get directed. In fact, one of these beautiful people on this show has told me before, Joan, I was told to become a chiropractor, and I didn't. I was told to paint 33, well, not maybe 33 angels, but angels, and I didn't. So we're all told and guided, and it's a matter of saying yes. Now, when I had that vision, there was an amazing goddess behind me, and what she was doing behind me, let me just fix this a little bit. What she was doing behind me was, with our wands, we were sweeping across the Colosseum, and I knew that I was here to literally raise the vibratory frequency of every person on the planet, and I had made somehow an agreement that I wasn't going to leave till this was done. And so for 42 years, I have been walking in the path of claiming my power to get to the place in my life where that could be manifest. Because not everyone is born with that button on. Okay. And if you're one of those people that still need to work on claiming your power, that's another reason you are here. And you're learning to trust in the guidance that you receive, and trust that you have those gifts, that you were chosen for a reason, that you are here for that very reason. All right. So Joe Beth says it all right. She says, I'm here for more than survival, and I'm barely surviving right now. I know there is fight left in me yet. I have no desire to light that fire right now. Well, guess what, hon? When we are in survival, survival breeds survival, okay? Survival breeds focusing down so that we can stay in that lesser realm and not turn our attention away. Now, we actually all know that the only way to get out of survival, of course, is to breathe, is to claim our power. It is to turn up our light. So one thing that we can all do together that will help, and then I'm going to do about 5 readings for my friends. And so if you're on Instagram or if you're on any of the channels, YouTube or Facebook, then if you want a reading, just write it down. You'd like a reading. Okay. Now, feel the energy between your hands. Rub it really fast. And I want you to send out energy to me with your right hand. And I want you to receive the energy you get from me with your left hand. Now, when you send it to me, and I envision, by the way, thousands of people, millions of souls, millions of divine beings radiate this energy through me and coming in my body and going out to you, and receive it with your left hand. That is how we receive energy. Okay? So it goes just like this. Just like this. So if you feel that, let me know. Okay? So just let me know if you feel like it. And if you're feeling it, not if you feel like it. All right. So yes, this is a story, hun. So each of us comes in with a story. A victim story, a dysfunctional story, life was hard story, I should have been dead story, it's a miracle I made it story. These are all the aspects that were part of making us the person that we are today. Each of those aspects were necessary to us stepping into our power, to us claiming who we are, and even remembering. Okay? So, Jo Beth, feel free to reach out to me. Okay? And I do understand you're in struggle, but we'll see if we can do some help for you, sweetheart. Okay. So now we are going to do a reading for Jo Beth, since she is with us first. And we're going to pull a card for you, love. And we're going to actually pull a card for you from this deck, which ordinarily I don't, but we're going to pull a card from here for you and see what Spirit has to say to you. So understand, Jo Beth, that your guides are with you and that your despair is so deep they can't reach you. So when we're done, when you go to bed tonight, ask your angels for help. I need help. Please help me. I need help with A, B, C, and D. And then know that it's going to be helped. Know that they're there to help you. And the card that came up for you is the 4 of Wands. Okay, so the 4 of Wands. And I'm going to be going back and forth between Instagram and my Facebook or YouTube channels. Opening your heart. More specifically, the card refers to asking for divine assistance to get the support you need to open your heart, okay? Developing forgiveness for yourself and compassion. So receiving this energy now, Jo Beth, that you are loved, feeling right now that hope is possible for you, and turn up that switch and turn up that dial to where we told you. Okay? 4 is also the number of grounding, structure. And so 4 is either our challenge, like we can't ground, or 4 is that this is the year for you of 4, of creating a solid foundation. All right, Jo Beth, thank you for the opportunity to work with you. Okay. Going over here to Instagram, I did see something pretty cute over here. Patricia, yes, you're going to get a card today too. And again, I'm going to pull these transformation cards. And I'm so happy to see you here. And the message for you is about being a transmitter of light. Now, when we do a reading, guys, it's for everyone. So it's for the person who got the reading, but it's for each and every one of you. So what does it mean to be a transmitter of light? It means that you raise your frequency so high, perhaps you have your wands in hand, okay, that you radiate out, radiate out that frequency of light. So whatever you are doing, those projects that you're working on, coming to completion, okay, coming to completion. And yeah, just what I'm saying, visualize yourself as a radiant being of light. I don't know why I'm using the book. Visualize yourself, honey, as a radiant being of light, and you will become more brilliant. And Jo Beth, the same thing with you. Start to use those powers of visualization. All right. Jo Beth, we love you. Okay? Yes, start to receive. Good. See, that's why this is Miracle Monday. Miracle Monday. Miracle Monday. Miracle Monday. Okay. Lori JD Bartola. Your birthday is 4:30, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Spirit wants you to know that since your birthday from 4:30 rather. Let me just make sure I did the math right. Wait. Yeah, I did. Okay. That's starting from 4:30, 2020 to 4:30, 2021 to 4:30, 2022, you are in a year of extreme creativity, communication, teaching, could be art, it could be music, it could be literature, it could be showing up in the world. And it's all about stepping into your personal power, saying yes to who you are. Lori saying yes, and not giving away your power. We didn't go into that a lot today, but giving away our power takes the form of saying yes when we mean no, giving away our time or our resources and allowing us almost nothing left. So that is really wise information for you. And when you feel less than enthusiastic, again, think of it like switch. You go, okay, I'm going to turn up my creativity switch, my communication switch, my ability to be enthusiastic switch. We have a switch for everything. We can turn it up for everything, guys. Okay? All right. All right. I'm going to do a reading for my old friend, Ray. I don't mean that he's old. I mean that he is one of my friends from, I think we go back way to the 90s for sure, in the early 2000s. And so Ray Cat. You know, Ray, you have such a beautiful energy. This is all about you taking care of yourself better, taking care of your home, taking care to make sure that you are surrounded with good people, places, and things. Structures for the journey is what is required. Structures. That's the things that we do, the work that we do, the people that we know, the house that we live in, the car that we drive. Okay, it's all about taking care of these structures so that not only do they last, but that they take us where we want to go. And I kind of like that. We're on a journey to mastery. We have certain tools that Spirit gave us, and those tools are part of that structure. It could be your wands. It could be your home. It could be your car. It could be the crystals that you have. It could be the clothing that you wear. So take a look at what you have gathered around you, Ray, and say, okay, what can I take with me to go to my next level, higher ground? Happiness levels, okay? More of what I want. Good. All right. So thank you, Ray. I'm so happy that I decided to go on Instagram also. It's kind of crazy to do both. Okay. Up, so right on. I get, yes. Okay. That is so good. All right. Okay. So we're going to do one for Ms. Empress, Marina, a little reading for her. And Ms. Empress, just so you know, talk about claiming personal power. All right. When we call ourselves the Empress, the Impressa, Ms. Empress, what are we doing but claiming who we are, claiming our expansive self? So, you know, when someone comes up to you and they say, get off your high horse, who do you think you are to be an empress? You need to step back, claim your personal power, and your right to have health, wealth, and happiness. Who here feels like they have the right to claim health, wealth, and happiness? Write it down below in the comments. I claim health, I claim wealth, and I claim happiness, and so it is. All right, so this is the reading that we're doing for the Empress, Madam Empress. So happy to meet you and have you here on the show. And I was called to pull from the Miracle deck. These are the Masters of Miracles. This is the Oracle deck that you can get on my website, by the way. And it is definitely encouragement, okay? Light cities. Your destination lies ahead. You deserve to succeed and go for it. So when we claim this, let's say I claim health. We want to be very specific. When we say I claim all, well, that is, but the universe does even better in responding to our needs when we say I claim health. I claim wealth. I claim happiness. I claim true love. I claim mastery. I claim abundance. I claim riches. I claim my lifetime vision. I claim the manifestation of the vision that I have had since I was 30. I claim mastery. Okay, light cities, honey, Empress, Madam, Ms. Empress Marina, your destination lies ahead. Therefore, claim your ability, your power to achieve it. Go for it. Woo! And yes, 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 this is so fun to go back and forth. Just want to put this comment up here. I want to answer this question. Miss Empressa is a left-handed and left-dominated. Should I? No, it's still true. I know that that's counterintuitive for you, but because the rest of the world is sending it in that way also, my guides are telling me that you're going to receive for your left and send it out with your right. And you know, I'm going to check that again because, well, somewhere is my pendulum, but not right here. Well, I have everything that can be a pendulum, but I teach people with the left. It just works better and it seems to always be consistent, and we can set it up with our body. Now, you may find if you do healing for others that you receive more with your left hand than the right. Or you may find that your left hand is really powerful to cut away things. You are going to have to play with yourself, okay? And see how that goes. Okay, we are going to do a reading for Elizabeth Woolworth. Hello, Elizabeth Woolworth. Very nice to meet you. And isn't that interesting that your name has worth in it? So again, that could be your lifetime challenge, and to move from the core of your being. So, and it's the card of strength. This is a very, very powerful master card. And it happens to be the essence of what we're talking about. Okay. When we move from strength, then we're moving from that place of being a 10. We're moving from that place of knowing who we are, knowing what our purpose and intention is. And we're moving from that place of being able to step out of the 3D world and into the higher dimension. And I'm reminded to tell you about strength. In the tarot deck, I think it's the tarot deck, the Aleister Crowley deck, that the strength card, you see the being riding the chariot. The chariot is being pulled by a lion that has no reins. Okay, the lion is not harnessed to the chariot. The lion is in perfect harmony with the master of the chariot and responds to direct telepathic communications from the master. So that is true power when focused thoughts and intention result in the animal that is leading your chariot to turn in the right directions. So true power comes from our core. It comes from our heart, and it comes from our solar plexus. Actually, literally comes and works through every chakra in our body. All right, I have time for one more reading. And that next reading is, Amy Spiegel. Welcome, Amy. So happy to see you on the show. I'm so grateful that you're with us. Do you guys like the show? Do you like the form that it's taking nowadays? I'd love to have your feedback. It would actually help me a lot in creating the next series of shows. Okay, good. So, boy, I don't want to do this. The card that keeps wanting to be pulled for you, Amy, is from my contact deck. That's my extraterrestrial deck. And I didn't bring all the information with it, so I didn't want to pull it, but they wanted you to have the extraterrestrial deck. So, Amy, that might tell you a lot about yourself. And the card that I did pull for you is Interdimensional Angel. And this is a card for everyone. New ideas and opportunities to expand. Think outside the box. All right, the Interdimensional Angel. All right, and so it is. So I'd like to have your feedback and your and information. And yes, there is one more card I will read for Deb because she's been coming a long time asking for a reading. The Temple of Balance, dear one. So your guides want you to trust. Remember, I pulled the trust card from the very beginning. Trust that all is unfolding for the highest good of all concerned. Surrender and know that all is well. And the first card I read from the beginning of the show was the trust card. So, Deb, it's all about you and trust. All right, guys, I want to catch you up on a few things. In case you're new to Joan of Angels, please like, subscribe, and share. That's how we grow, okay? So I want to turn up my power. I had 78 new subscribers on YouTube last month, and I hope I have twice as many this month, meaning that more and more of you are liking what I do. So that's important to me. And also the Joan of Angels pages or any of these pages you're here with. Also, this month, I want you to know and remind you about the Soul Awakening sessions. And if you like what we're doing, you can book a session with me on my website at Joan of Angels. And I have all sorts of readings now available. Those readings are anywhere from a 15-minute deep dive, question-oriented. I call it focused questions, but basically it's 15 minutes. Or you can have a soul awakening session. You can start to deep dive with that, peel away layers, and then go on to the soul awakening coaching. So Joan of Angels is that. Don't forget to come to our show on Wednesday, 4:20 for the Californians, 7:20 for New York. This week's guest is a conscious shaman that I know you're going to love. Each of the shows is designed to remind you, first of all, that you are the miracle, and to connect you with the power of healing within your body, healing your body and your soul. So that is the 420 Spiritual Living shows. I am on every week. I am growing my brand and on more and more shows, by the way, and on more and more platforms. I want to thank you all for being with me. I want to remind you that another successful show with all of you out in YouTube land, Facebook land, and Instagram land. I am so grateful for your presence in my life. Please share me out with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your guides. And remember, claim your personal power to manifest your destiny. I love each and every one of you. I look forward to your comments. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you Wednesday on 420 Spiritual Living. Mwah, mwah. Love you.